Adjusting to the ketogenic diet and lifestyle is a process, and, like any other process, there are some learning curves and speed bumps. These curves and bumps can lead to frustration and disappointment, but they don't have to. I've put together a list of what I see as the most common keto mistakes, and what you can do about them. 1. You are obsessing over macros. On the surface, this might seem a little contradictory to some of the other items on this list, but hear me out for a second. The mistake isn't tracking your macros. The mistake is obsessing over your macros. The biggest psychological benefit to keto is the freedom it provides. You are no longer shackled to the hangry, sad existence filled with constant food preoccupation. You are free to live, so don't shackle yourself by fretting and obsessing about macros. You aren't eating macros. You're eating food. Make sure your food is keto friendly, and you're going to be doing just fine. 2. You are obsessing over the scale. I've written about this before, but it's important enough to repeat. The number on the scale is the least important metric you can use to gauge your success. This is another pet peeve of mine that is similar to the previous mistake. Enjoy the freedom of your life. Don't fret about the number on the scale. The scale is always a snapshot of what happened 2 weeks ago. Think about it. Aside from water, which can fluctuate many pounds in a short period of time, in order for you to gain or lose weight, it requires time. The scale doesn't tell you important information. Don't sweat it. 3. You are eating too much protein. Protein is, probably, the most important macro, because it is essential. We cannot manufacture all the requisite amino acids, and it is required to build and rebuild all of our soft tissues, muscles, organs, etc. However, too much protein can sabotage your efforts to reach ketosis. The reason for this is that for every 100 grams of protein, 56 grams can be converted to glucose. So if you eat way more than you need, the excess will be converted to glucose. Another great thing about keto is that it is protein sparing. That means that nutritional ketosis will keep protein in your body, and not strip it away, like high-carb foods. 4. You are not eating enough fat. This might seem like a strange mistake to make when you're choosing to eat a high-fat diet, but, surprisingly, many people still fear the fat. Look, going from a lifetime of low-fat to a diet of high-fat is a paradigm shift that isn't necessarily easily achieved, so a lot of people still feel weird about unrestricted fat intake. To that, I can only say, trust the keto and enjoy the fat, because of the unique biochemical responses your body has to dietary fat. It's highly improbable that you can eat too much of it. 5. You are eating the wrong kinds of fat. It's not enough to eat lots of fat, it has to be the right kinds of fats. In short, stay away from vegetable and sea oils, the kind in the plastic containers. They are extremely unhealthy and will sabotage all your efforts. You should be eating saturated fats, animal fats, butter, coconut oil, fish oil, and monounsaturated fat, olive oil. Okay, so those are the most common mistakes I see with folks doing keto. Some of them are psychological, some are practical, and some are emotional. Mistakes aren't bad. They are how we learn, so learn and correct these so you can achieve your goals, because you're awesome.